Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I am Paranormal Report, aka Ray, and welcome along to my show. I am most welcome to have you here. And yeah, tonight I'm delving into Secrets of the Stars because I've got some fascinating stuff to talk about tonight. I'm talking about ayahuasca, talking about some other stuff that governments don't want you to know about, and most importantly, Dulce Base in Dulce, New Mexico. No, New Mexico. So, as always, hit that like button, subscribe, share me out to everyone, and welcome in to anyone who's new or returning. So, this is going to be a very interesting topic, I think, everyone. And we probably will have some guests come in and drop their thoughts in between. But till then, yeah, feel free, of course, like I said, to, you know, take part, in the comments live or after the video. So hope everyone's doing well tonight, or well tonight because that's where I'm in the UK. So, but yeah, feel free to ask any questions as we go along. So let's go on and talk about stuff first. So I'll leave Dolce Base till near enough last because that one is exceptionally mind blowing. Because that one is like the biggest mind one that I think we've got on tonight's show. But yeah, um, let's show you what I'm going to be talking about though with ayahuasca. Because if you don't know what ayahuasca is, let's just say it's something that it's kind of crazy to think about. Right. Because in this day and age, we think about drugs and psychedelics and hallucinogenics, basically, and we've doing one our mouths off about it and everything. Like, oh, why do we need all these things? Well, everyone, this right here is ayahuasca. Looks kind of harmless, and and yeah, but you're probably thinking to yourself right now, what is its purpose? What does ayahuasca do that we don't normally tend to think about, and why we don't want to delve into it, and why we don't want to use it? So basically, ayahuasca, for people that don't know, is that ayahuasca is basically a brew in South America that indigenous cultures use for spiritual, social, and medicinal purposes, often in shaman ceremonies, and it's usually primarily used for deep psychological healing, which is crazy in itself, everyone. Yeah, psychological healing. So that's a thing that you'll probably think to yourself, psychological healing. What do you mean? Why do I need psychological healing? Well, hang on, just doing something else. Give me 2 seconds. And that's it. Right. So basically, yeah, it's used for psychological healing, personal growth, spiritual connection, that is a big one. Spiritual connection and treating conditions like addiction, pardon me, like addiction and depression, right? And it often involves intense purging to cleanse the body and mind. While the cultural and religious practices, though, of ayahuasca is used by syncretic religions in Brazil for communal spiritual connection, shamans use it in indigenous tribes for healing rituals of divination and navigating social or spiritual challenges under the guidance of a shaman. Medicinal and therapeutic purposes often mean that this thing is used to treat PTSD, anxiety, depression, and addiction. But the most eye-opening thing that this is used for is here: spiritual awakening and healing. They use it in ceremonial contexts to connect with spiritual realms, gain deep emotional insights, and facilitate personal transformation. So you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, there's nothing wrong there. You know, why do we need to worry about what this hallucinogenic can do? Why is it so important, in our day-to-day thing, Ayahuasca has been proven to let people see outer world species, aka higher beings, which in itself is absolutely nuts. Because, yeah, you know what I mean? Why would you want to do that? Well, fellow truth seekers, I'm going to show you why now. If you know the podcast, the Jumpers Jump podcast, right? Highly successful podcast group, right? They explored it, right? The other day with the heaven and hell theory. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why is we talking about heaven and hell in hallucinogenic terms? Well, everyone, this is what I'm going to be delving into, right? So, this is going to be crazy for everyone, right? Get ready. Get me screen sharing. Because this is mind blowing. Right. Welcome back in, Tim. Right. What have you heard so far, Tim? That's how I know. Because I need you, because you want me to do a quick deep dive back into it. No, quick 5 minute talk back over. Right. So basically, I'm talking into ayahuasca first. And what is ayahuasca used for? Does anyone know? Do you know that? Anyone who's coming in, or Tim? Basically, ayahuasca is used, right, in South America, so Brazil, the Amazon people, like forest, rainforest, people like there, right? It's used for spiritual, social, and medicinal purposes, often in shaman ceremonies, and it's primarily used for deep psychological healing, personal growth, spiritual connection, and treating conditions like depression and addiction. I've known about this for ages, Tim. This is one of the stuff that I kept in my back burner. Right, because it's drugs. everything there looks cool, right? Because I was like, I already know about Jenkum, and I want to just tune it in. But then you think about spiritual awakening and healing on this path, using ceremonial context to connect with spiritual realms, gain deep emotional insights, and facilitate personal transformation. Why do we need to connect with spiritual realms, eh? Why do we need to connect with spiritual realms, you might ask? And you're probably thinking that to yourself right now. Spiritual realms, ayahuasca. Why do we need to connect with spiritual realms if we're on this planet? Well, like I said, Jumpers Jump podcast spoke with a theory. true, true though. But Jumpers Jump podcast spoke about a certain thing to do with this hallucinogenic, right? Let's hear what they say, because it's about two places in the world that might be frequency related that Daz or my new TikTok follower Rhino just delve into, and that a new member of the Discord, and he spoke about. So, right.
Have you ever heard the theory how hell isn't actually a physical place, but it's a frequency?
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
So you can imagine heaven is in the sky, but hell is low, underground, right? What does that translate to? High vibration,
Low vibration.
low vibration.
Okay.
Check this out. People on ayahuasca. Now, when they go into their trips and they see all these entities and different demons or whatever interacting with them, they can see what? Good and bad.
You're right.
Hear me out. Ready? Now, in the Bible, when God said, the angels, like the fallen angels fell to earth and they try to trick the humans, this and that, right?
Yeah.
The reason being is they weren't given earth. Adam, humans were blessed the kingdom and earth, right?
Yeah.
But they're trapped there somehow where they can still interact with us. And that hell may very well be just a frequency. Have you ever heard?
Hello, everyone who's just tuning in. Yeah. Isn't that kind of funny how people who are on this see stuff like that, eh? And why is it that certain drugs ain't allowed by us, but now we're letting cannabis become legal? Look, in many places, including the UK, ayahuasca is illegal due to its DMT content. Seems kind of funny, doesn't it? When you think about it. Why hallucinogenics ain't, literally. Make sure you're liking the live and everything. Hello, Dad. Literally. It seems weird, doesn't it? It really seems weird, doesn't it? Why can't we have ayahuasca in the UK? Yeah. Yeah. I thought you would, Dad. That's why I do this. Do YouTube for like the big stuff. But yeah, feel free to sub everyone. if you're new here. And you can go through all my lives and that and enjoy them. But right. Right. Who's heard of Graham Hancock? Oh, that's why I come on here, Dad. Basically, do my TikTok to like for people who want to see gaming, and if they want to do it, see on YouTube, and I'll do YouTube for the big stuff that I can talk about. But yeah, feel free to sub everyone if you're new here. Like the video, share me out to people you think might be interested, and that's for anyone who's just catching up or catching up on like the thing. But yeah, who's heard of Graham Hancock? Yeah, it will. Yeah, that's true, Tim. But yeah, who's heard of Graham Hancock? Remember to do this, everyone. True. Tim, right. Do you know what he said about ayahuasca, Dad? Because if you don't know what, right, well, this is what he said about ayahuasca, right? On Joe Rogan, right? Because this is another people, right? You listen to what he says here about ayahuasca, Tim.
The shamans in the Amazon rainforest today who are using ayahuasca. Well, ayahuasca is a miracle in itself. Mm-hmm. You know, there's 100,000 plus different species of plants and trees in the Amazon. You have to put two of them together to create the ayahuasca brew. One of them contains DMT, and the other contains a monoamine oxidase inhibitor. DMT is not orally active. That's why we have to smoke it in order to get the effect. But what they've done in the Amazon is make it orally active by combining it with the ayahuasca vine, which contains the monoamine oxidase inhibitor that switches off an enzyme in the stomach that allows the gut to absorb the DMT and for it to enter the brain. Now that is science that we're looking at there. We're looking at evidence of science. So the notion of science emerging from a shamanistic society makes perfect. You encounter shaman.
Isn't that interesting? Our shamans in the rainforest, in the Amazon or whatever, have basically, essentially done a scientist job, and are doing a better job. Almost like we were first on this planet to our own devices, not having scientists for that, and learning what stuff to use what stuff to take to survive. And now all of a sudden we can't do stuff. We get told by scientists, oh, this is bad for you. This is good for you. This is bad for you. What's their excuse in the rainforest? Because if you're basically saying it to us, then why aren't you just going to the rainforest and telling them how to live their life? Surely they've got it wrong. Isn't that crazy?
Ayahuasca is its
Look, hang on. Here's another video about ayahuasca, everyone.
Ayahuasca is itself another example of Amazonian science. The Tucano, who are an Amazonian people who work regularly with ayahuasca, I mean, the Tucano actually will give a teaspoonful of ayahuasca to a newborn infant. They feel ayahuasca is so important that there is a hidden realm around us which we are not normally aware of, and we need to be aware of it. In their ayahuasca journeys, the Tucano shamans experience visions, and they will then come back to an alert, normal, problem-solving state of consciousness, and they will paint and depict their visions, because there are quite a number of the Tucano paintings of the other world, of the afterlife realm, of the entrance to the other world, are geometrical, and they look exactly like the geoglyphs. So I'm beginning to wonder whether these geoglyphs were part of a system of spiritual ideas concerning what happens to us after death and what we need to do in this life to ensure a beneficial outcome.
Literally. Isn't it funny though? A certain thing that we can't get here in the UK because there's DMT content could open up the brain, could open us up to something that we could particularly use in a good way. What, like I said, scientists go on with us about, oh, we can't eat, I don't know, some cheese, for example, but you got to eat strawberries. You can't eat bread, but you're going to eat or drink this or whatever. But they're not going out to these places in the rainforest and going toe to toe with tribes and saying, oh, by the way, what you're doing out here is wrong. Why not? They know that these tribes don't have access to internet or whatever. But no one's going out there to tell them, oh, what you're doing is wrong. Why is that then, I wonder? Anyone got any ideas? Has anyone got any theories in the chat or in the comments when you're watching on catch up? Because something tells me that they should be going out there, these scientists, to tell these tribes that they're doing something wrong with how they're living. But yeah, Daz, Tim, and whoever else is watching, what do you think? Shouldn't they be telling the like them tribes what they're doing to on these scientists? No, that's fine, Tim. But it seems kind of weird, doesn't it? Hello, everyone who's just tuning in. Yeah, that's fine, Tim. But yeah, what does everyone think? I want to hear your thoughts. This is as much your platform as mine. You don't know what we're talking about, everyone. We're talking about this thing, right here, ayahuasca. The mind drug, basically, because it basically lets you open your mind up to whatever the fuck is going on around you. Which is kind of crazy. But yeah, make sure you're liking and subscribing, everyone, and sharing. Yeah. How are you finding it, Telfar Daz? You're still in the chat. Literally. The scientists on this planet made me. They go, oh, they'll say something, like later on in the year, like, oh, DMT is good for you. Like, they'll come out with it in about 10 years' time. And then I'll say, oh, we just come in now full have the full understanding of it. Literally. And people need to start waking the fuck up. Go to South America. Take some of it. Do a trip there and take some ayahuasca. See what you've remembered. Celebrities go out there. Joe Rogan's done the thing. Yeah, Joe Rogan. One of the most influential podcast hosts of the millennium went to do. Yeah. And that one with Ibogo or whatever it's called. But yeah, Joe Rogan, everyone, went and took ayahuasca. He went on a trip. Said it woke him the fuck up to what was around him. If that doesn't tell you anything, that Joe Rogan done it, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. There is. There is a frequency for it. Yeah, and he did talk. Yeah, he did talk about his experience. Then he woke up. He woke the fuck up after that. Why do celebrities go and do it? Why does people like Joe Rogan go and do it? If it's apparently unsafe, why do they go out there and do it? Why do they go, oh, fuck science? This stuff, like Graham said, Graham Hancock, hundreds of plants in the rainforest, in Amazon rainforest, and there's only two that'll let you go on that trip. One's ayahuasca, obviously, because of the DMT. Max Byers. Oh. Hello. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. That is a name I haven't heard in a while at all. Yeah, I think he got done over. He got assassinated, I think. Because he knew too much. Literally, Tim. There's another one. See? There's all this. Yeah, I thought he was. Because something didn't add up about that. Max Byers, he was a UFO investigator. He was a UFO investigator and fucking conspiracy theorists. But what he was found was true facts, Tim. This is him, and I'll show you a picture of him now. Yep. That's Max Byers. He is found in true facts. Max Byers. Like, hang on, I'll tell you something that he's done. Basically, there you go. Basically, he had various events like our body experiences, which he used to justify conspiracy theories, including the belief that he had been given supernatural powers at birth, and he suffered severe anxiety by all accounts, which sometimes left him completely debilitated. But things got weird. Because when he died, right, in Poland, the cause of death was released as drugs and pneumonia. But his mum is still trying to fight Polish authorities but they won't release the paperwork containing the details of her son's death without her written consent. Which is crazy. Yeah. Apparently, he did have really high knowledge. And even his mum has come out in the last 10 years, well, in 2017, the year after he died. Hello, Jen. How you doing, sweetheart? In 20, yeah, right. Not only that, the year after he died, his mum come out and literally said on a program that they wiped his laptop of all evidence. So why did they wipe his laptop if there was nothing on there that was true? If it weren't true, the stuff that is finding, why did they wipe his laptop? They could have left his laptop alone. Never touched it. Just went, yeah, here you go, have it back. Here you go, Mrs. Duval, have your son's laptop back. But no, they said, no, we're going to wipe his laptop because there's a lot of information on here that we don't want let out. And they gave it back to her with a clean wipe. And precisely, Tim. Like I said, make sure you're sub to me, everyone, if you're not already. But it seems crazy, doesn't it? And you've been suggesting me some stuff about ayahuasca, Jen. Sure, Tim will fill you in. And not like that, Timothy. I know you. Literally. But here's a question for everyone. Right? Like I said the other day when I was playing the X-Files game on TikTok, there is a real program in the FBI, like the X-Files, right? But here's a question. There is a question though. Do you think we have an equivalent to the X-Files over here? And that's why so much is ush ush. Kate, I like her, but I don't know. I'm more suspicious of what's her face, Megan. Don't know what it is. Meghan Markle seems to be the suspicious one for me. Yeah, that's fine. I know what you mean. Which one? The one that she's pregnant with now, or the one that she's or one of the ones that she's had? Guys, you just got to explain. You got to. Yeah, it's going through. That's it. What you viewed on the Kate Middleton baby? That's why I was asking, Dad, whether it was the one she's with pregnant supposedly with now, or one of the ones that she's had, like George or Charlotte or Louis. You did, Jen. It was like a crazy. It's a crazy recap. Basically, I'll give you in a minute. Wonder you know what Dad is. Once I know what Dad is on about it, I can tell you. They've gone through. That's what I wonder. That's what there's rumours that she is. Don't know how true it is because there was a cancer thing, weren't there? So I don't know whether it's risky having a baby when you're going through cancer treatment, but that's what I'm wondering if there's rumours that she is. I'll say rumours. But I'm wondering if Dad is on about that or is on about one of the babies that she has had. Yeah, it kind of makes sense that. But the Meghan Markle one is the weirdest one. You see, when she was pregnant with Archie, like the moon baby kind of thing with that cushion or whatever that she was using, whatever you call it. That is the one that is weirding me out more than Kate. Why has Meghan Markle done shit like that? Yeah, I know Kate's an old saint, in a way, but she's better than Megan. Megan literally faked the baby, and yet people still think it was real. No, I've seen it, Dad. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that makes sense. What Kate worked, well, that like having you, but the one that gets me mad, I'm not really, that is that thing because Kate said done it, and you know all that. But the one that makes me madder is that Meghan Markle chick when she pretended to have that moon bump. You know the one that when she had that cushion and it kept on moving all over the place on her stomach. Yeah, yeah, that's just putting Discord. But yeah, that's the one I'm more pissed off with. Like Kate can like surrogate babies and whatever. That's fine. I'm not saying it's good because of the being infertile and you know if that's a workaround what she had to do, she had to do it. But Megan, why she had to have a moon bump and pretend, and then all the pain on her stomach was all moving, and yet everyone was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. It's normal. It's normal. Yeah, it's fine. It's normal." No, it ain't. I don't know if you've seen any of the images. That one is the one that pissed me off more. But yeah, talking about ayahuasca though, Jen, we've discovered its effects, right? Basically, it gives us another realm of like spiritually that we can connect to, and we can see entities that we don't see in around us at a minute. So basically, the thing is, I've said it right. Scientists bang on with us about what we can't have and what we can have, food wise, drug wise, drinks wise, stuff like that. Why haven't they gone out to look at these rainforests where an Amazon rainforest, I mean, where the ayahuasca grub is and everything? Sat down with each tribe there who take it and the shamans and say, "Oh, what you're doing is wrong. You can't take that. That's all wrong." But they're not doing that, are they? They're too really telling us, "Oh, you can't drink fizzy drinks. It's sugar. You can't eat cheese." But what I will say, going back to UFO stuff, before we go into Dulce Base, and if there's anything you want to send me, Daz, feel free to send it to and that relating to that. The thing with UFOs is right. There's like I said last night. There's so many unreported cases. There's got to be a Men in Black division in our country, literally on that as well, Daz. But there's got to be a Men in Black division in our own country. You can't tell me that it's only in America. Every country's got to have a Men in Black division. That's why nobody don't get. That's probably why nothing gets said. What do you all think? And there's proof of it that there is a Men in Black division here in the UK. But there's got to be a Men in Black division. Hello, everyone who's just tuning in. They are real. Oh, I just lost another sub on YouTube. What the hell? That's crazy. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah. I swear to yeah, the Men in Black is real, Tim, because Point Pleasant. People of Point Pleasant reported them when the Mothman sign was shown was sighted. Mothman sign was happening. And there is no popping cures or knowledge. Yeah, that's true, Dad. I must be losing subs because people don't like the truth. But yeah, I feel like there's a UK division of the Men in Black. There's got to be. You can't tell me that the only Men in Black in the entire world is American. There's got to be an international or a UK based one. There's got to be. Right. No. True, Dad. That's why they don't want you awakening it. We will find out, Jen, one day. Right. Where are we? Right. I'm going to show you literally. Right. I'm going to show you an image, right? For our next subject. Dulce Base. Dulce Base. Literally. That is true. But yeah, this is Dulce Base, right? And you're probably wondering why I'm showing you a picture of this top-down thing, right? This is because this is the next bit of the show where I'm going to be talking about Dulce Base. And this is in New Mexico. Yeah, funny enough, New Mexico. Everyone thinks of Roswell. Well, Dulce Base has a really interesting story. Can anyone guess what it is except for Daz? Oh, yeah, it does. I never noticed that. Hello, everyone who's just tuning in. Right. So, I'm going to tell you something before we delve into it a minute. It is basically that in a thing weird place, but right, I'm going to show you something though. Right. And if Dad wants to show anything, you can send it to me on Discord. But just over 5 hours away from Roswell, where the UFO incident happened, you have Dulce Base, basically, or El Dulce, New Mexico, right? Right on the border with Colorado, near enough, right? So, now, I'm going to tell you something here, or ask you something, right? Does anyone know why Colorado is important? There's two reasons. I'll accept any reason. But yeah, two reasons. There's two reasons why Colorado is important. I'll take any one. And that's fine, Jen. Tim, Daz, why is Colorado important? Okay, I'll take any one. No, kinda. There's a base, but not for experiments. So Look where I am, right? This is Denver. Right. Denver is weird. Denver is really weird, in fact, because it has many, many secrets that we don't know about yet, but we know a few. Right. You want to know why Denver's important? Denver International Airport. Right. Denver International Airport is famous for the New World Order. But mainly, we'll get into that in a second. That's Denver International Airport. And we all know what that looks like, don't we? Precisely, Tim. Denver International Airport basically go along and that and talk openly about the New World Order. Because apparently it's the base of operations for them, right? But I've already talked about this earlier in another one of my first ever videos on the YouTube. But yeah, Denver International Airport has a weird history, right? There's paintings like this. Yeah, feel free, Daz, while I talk about this. What kind of image is that for an airport? What kind of image is that in an airport? Even the gargoyles, right? Hell, even this is weird. Look. There's an old thing I've talked about. I've talked about this in one of my first ever videos on the channel. But this is all in Denver International Airport. Right. Look. The Freemason symbol. Look. For when the hotel when look. Look. Yeah. So the New World Order. Right. Then you have this weird fucking statue. The blue Mustang. You might ask why Lucifer, his name is why is it so fucking weird? Literally. Why are you just pointing out this, everyone? Or why you're pointing this out, Ray? Lucifer here is weird. It killed its owner, and I think it killed its owner's son. No, well, the creator. I think it's killed its creator, in other words, and its creator, the creator's son. You literally need to hear it when I on the main on the one. It's one of my first stories. What I've talked about, but yeah, it's weird. Hang on, I'll tell you, it was look 992 for 300,000. It was not installed at Denver until 2008, though. But here we go. Look. Look. Jimenez was killed in 2006 at age 65 when one of the sculpture's 3 sections came loose from a hoist, pinning him against a steel support beam and severing an artery in his leg. But look, we went to southern New Mexico, 28 miles away from his home. New Mexico, eh? What's in New Mexico? Literally, Daz. Right. So we'll just say Denver, Colorado to Lincoln. Where was it? Lincoln County. Eight hours and 12 minutes. Yeah, that's the name it's still got over the years because of the weird shit that's happened. Yeah, the last message I saw there was the Denver airport is built underground city. But yeah, everyone, look. So if he was in Denver, why the fuck has he gone all the way down here, 8 hours and 12 minutes away for medical treatment? Look, 28 miles away from his home. So he's 28 miles away. Look. So he was, look. So he said the thing, so he's Ondo. Right, Ondo. Right. Ondo, 28 miles away. Here you go. Look. And look how close. And I'm not. That's a funny thing. Hondo is right close to Roswell. And you know what happened in Roswell, everyone? The UFO incident. So it's all one big circle of coincidences. No coincidence, is it? No. And people will unsubscribe from me because they think I'm weird. Well, subscribe. Come on. Because you're going to miss everything when it starts blowing up in your face. So basically, the guy who done Lucifer is there. Roswell is there. Then you got fucking thingy up here. Dulce. Denver Airport being the Illuminati. But there's one more place in Colorado. And this is where the pattern gets even more fucking interesting. Right. Here we are. The Cheyenne Mountain Complex. So it's a primary emergency bunker. If anything happens, nuclear or whatever, and the president is in fucking Colorado, 2,000 feet underground to survive Cold War nuclear strikes. Right? So you're thinking to yourself, where is it? It's down here in Colorado Springs. It's the same one used in the filming of Stargate, by the way, everyone. Right. So I'll just definitely, right. We'll just use this one, for example, the Space Force. So just for example. So say the president arrives at Air Force One at Denver International, and then shit starts to go down, right? We need to get you out of here better. 1 hour, well, nearly 2 hours away. They're not going to want to do anything, will they? They won't want to, if they're coming down, they won't want to risk the president going up there, will they? Well, as Daz pointed out, there's extensive underground tunnels and an underground train connecting concourse apparently, a failed automated baggage system, blah, blah, blah. But these tunnels, they're saying it's all this bollocks. All under fucking Denver International. Look. Look. So there could easily be a train that goes all the way down to here, near enough here, and he can get taken into there, into the base, so he can get saved, or she can get saved. And at this moment it's an E, so I'm going E. How the weird is all that, everyone? So basically you have Roswell, Ondo, where the Lucifer owner died, and where you lived. You got transported to Lincoln County that they don't understand why. Then up here you have Dulce. That hopefully Dad will give me some documents on in a minute. Then you have Denver, that is really weird. And then you have Cheyenne Mountain Space. Or Cheyenne Mountain. Now don't tell me that that's not a fucking coincidence. Because it ain't. It's a pattern. Sorry everyone, we're getting excited there. So make sure you like and subscribe, please. Let's blow this video up. But yeah, I'm sorry for getting so excited there, everyone. Thank you, Dad. Like I said, I'm sorry for getting excited, everyone. It's only because I'm passionate. But yeah. Right. Right. Sorry, but like I said, sorry, but I'm going to calm down now. But yeah, you're probably thinking, fuck me, that's a most of a be passionate. Anyways, this is about Dulce Air Base. Or Dulce Base. What do you want to be known? It is in New Mexico. Look. Dulce level 13 to the tube shuttle. Look. All this going on, look. Level 13, look. Dulce Labs, look. Look. Alien language. Look. Nibiru, look. Nibiru. I talk about that on a thing. They're not all, look. Look. Destination screen again. Look, Masonic symbols. The alien language tube shuttle station. Look. And if people tell me that this is from films or that, what film is this from then? Look. Look at it. I'll tell you. Here you go. The Besserat or Basma. The great. See that alien language. I look 666 on planet. So basically, Satan is a planet thingy, alien. His own planet is called Nibiru. Nibiru. Stone on the seven seals opens. And end times of Earth's third cycle, basically. And that makes sense because I said to you yesterday or the day before, Tim. You remember we're on our third cycle as a civilization. We got so far that Anunnaki and that fucked us over, then we had to start again. And then Atlantis happened, got too big for our boots, fucked over, and now we're back up here again. And then it makes sense with Barter's Void, with that civilization that Billy Carson was talking about. Paying for them, Dad. Now, it's getting a whole lot of fucking crazy, isn't it? So basically, hang on. I'm just going to check something, hang on. Right, I just want to check something a minute, hang on. That's a straight line. Getting crazy, innit? Right. So if I go. Hang on a minute. I've just noticed something else. And this is going to be even more crazy for people. Right. Ondo to Boswell. Pretty much straight line, innit? You go up to Dulce. And then come down to Ondo. Roswell. It looks like a triangle, doesn't it? Now, if you go there, so say from the Denver to there, to Dulce, and then back up, that looks pretty much like another triangle. Two triangles. Two triangles, pretty much. How many? And triangles are normally associated with something, isn't they? But yeah, what a crazy night, basically. And Dad is going to prove to be a big part of the community going forward. We can get stuff like that. But yeah, what the fuck is going on? So you have ayahuasca, that is basically apparently not allowed. So it's DMT content, but it'll open you up to entities and spiritual realms and stuff like that, and it'll help us. But no, we can't have it. And then you have all this with everyone Boswell, Ondo, Dulce, Colorado, like Denver, and the Cheyenne Mountain, where a bunker for the president is located. If shit goes down, which basically means the New World Order is already in Denver, but they've got a bunker for the president in a mountain. The same mountain that was used for exterior shots in the series Stargate, which was about a Stargate being in that base that leads to other worlds. Now that's something I'd love to find out. There is truly Stargates on this planet. Because I know that there's been physicists about it and talks of them, but there is actual Stargates. Yeah, fuck me, we're laughing. Because everything they've basically shown is happening. So now we've got to the part where you can ask me whatever questions you want in the comments. Feel free to ask me some questions. Whether it's about tonight or something related, it's up to you. Feel free. Like I said, that's for you to ask me anything. if it's about tonight, or a conspiracy I believe in, or which I think is absolutely true, or something paranormal, it's up to you. If you're watching on catch up, leave them in the comments. And I'll answer them personally. So yeah, feel free to ask me some questions, guys and girls. Hello, bro. Do you reckon they are numbing us with fluoride in our water toothpaste? Yes. That is what I think. Because it's funny how American people have stood up against fluoride in their water. And not well toothpaste and that. It does kind of make sense. Because I'm not even rude, you think about it. If we rebel against them, then what? Then everything comes to shit, doesn't it? Chemtrails is another one. Do you want me to show you a clip of something that happened in York recently to do with chemtrails? Yes, I have. Right. Give me 2 seconds. Well, I'm just trying to find the person who I saw it from, you know. But yeah, feel free to ask me some more questions, everyone. Right, that's about the London station. Well, not London station, but you know them tunnels with the beds. You know the one, Tim. What's that, John? I've listened. There he is. Right. Yeah, yeah. Right. Found a person. Right. Give me a second. You might know this fella. Right. His name is Jack McLean. Right. Yeah, that's fine. Feel free to jump in as well if you want to, anyone else. But yeah, hang on. Give me a second. Right. Right, this is the video. Yeah, I know. Right, you ready, everyone? Are you ready, everyone? Listen to this.
Okay, so I was sent this weird plane activity over near York, and we did a little bit of investigation, and I think we might have found one of the chemtrail companies. Let's get into it. Okay, so with the planes going up and down all day yesterday, we've managed to locate a photo of the pilot that was flying that plane going up and down the city all day. So looking at the company on the guy's arm definitely resembles some sort of aeroplane service. And we're all aware with the double X on the symbolism that in Pythagorean numerology, X is the number 6. So straight away, we've got a sneaky 66. Okay, so now we understand that 2XL Aviation is the company that employs the XL Aerobytes team. And straight here it says that 2XL is an innovative aviation and aerospace services business working across a range of industries, including defense and security, engineering, and disasters. Engineering the sky or solar geoengineering refers to deliberate large-scale interventions in Earth's climate system, such as injecting aerosols into the stratosphere or brightening marine clouds to reflect sunlight and cool the planet. So we had a little look at their website, and straight away this section stood out to me right here, the environmental, social, and governance, because if you notice on the photograph, there is 2 layers of clouds there. Very strange. And, you know, here on the environmental information section, it says that we are aware of our environmental impact as a business and have made the following commitments to support environmental protection and improvement under our sustainability policy. This seems like they've got a lot to do with the environment. Like, come on, are we really gonna believe that this was just a trial run? All these circles up and down York, completely filling the sky. But I don't know, beautiful people, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I could be completely wrong about this situation, but to me, I know it's not, you know, commercial aeroplanes that are doing this poisoning of the sky, you know, the stratospheric aerosol transport and nucleation, which is an acronym for Satan. But as always, this was all just for entertainment, beautiful people. This guy's clearly just a nice person that has nothing to do with the environmental control. I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
There you go, everyone. there we fucking go. What do you think of that, then? Literally. And now I'm joined by John. Hello.
Hello. Right.
That was madness. Yeah, Tim.
There is a artist that I listen to. I'm gonna flip in select screen now.
It is.
Is there a way to do entire screen? This one, share.
Yeah, this is John, by the way, Jen.
Hello.
Hello, Jackie. Sorry, not sorry.
He talks about it in quite a few videos that he
The lyrics are above there. There, lyrics that song.
Is it this one? I had it ready.
It is. But that's what we do here. We give you the best version.
Why is this being a nightmare?
Yeah, we have now learned the lesson of the song, yeah. He won't know. But yeah, unless it's royalty free, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't listen to it, can you?
No.
Right. If I just stop sharing a minute, let me find it.
Finally. Yeah. But yeah, it is nuts though. But yeah, apparently we're the mad ones for not speaking up about it, all of it. We don't speak up about it, we're told we're bad people. If we speak up about it, we're told we're mad people. I don't care. I don't ever get called mad and that. True, Tim. True. Like I just said to you, I lost another sub on YouTube. People who obviously don't want to listen to this, but yeah, they'll be the first one to come back on the bandwagon when I've blown up and be like, "Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah."
No, that's actually the song. Right. They put the lyrics in the description. Well, he's actually made a song about stratospheric aerosol injection.
Has he?
Yes.
Yeah, I know, Tim, but I'm just saying it's
I was
funny
gonna
how
say
they
I'm not gonna play it, but
I know. Oh,
and obviously it describes what it is.
that's nuts.
I was going to say this isn't, and if you get past obviously the type of language he speaks, like it's very vulgar, but if you actually listen to his lyrics, he goes into some of the topics that you've mentioned there about
Chemtrails.
like DMT,
Yeah.
ayahuasca. How do you spell it again?
AYA. There you go.
This is a good song to actually listen to.
Yeah.
Can I be quick? Can I be honest? Fine. There's the lyrics in the video. I can find the lyrics for that actually.
There it is. You went past it. There you go. There you go. I'm taking DMT, drinking ayahuasca. I'm activating all my iron and lower chakras.
There is none of his music comes.
I'm fine, Bob. But yeah, it's crazy though. Yeah, no music is true. It's interesting lyrics, Tim, but that's what I'm saying. There's certain people out there, like celebrities or whatever, that'll put that talk about stuff like this. You know? There you go for my penal gland, which Tim was
My
talking about
chakras,
earlier.
that's all. And if I leave my physical body and levitate, that's astral travel. My third eye is fully activated.
These humans are living in hell. You're living your life all related, all relaxing castles.
So he has the perception, or he has the opinion on, so you know, like hallucinogenics.
Yeah.
So like your DMT, your ayahuasca, it's the real version where we're being like poisoned with like fluoride, chemtrails, like to be numb.
Yeah.
Like how they want us to live, if that makes sense.
The only way you could do it is if we go out there to them tribes, Tim. Because it's illegal here, sadly, which is surprising because of the DMT.
You can go up to a mountain. You can go up to mountains and
use them.
and do them.
But if you want a proper version, you'd have to go to South America.
That is the closest you're going to get.
Yeah. Unless you can get in with a tribe in South America when you're going traveling and you can go there.
Right, so it is this album. It's this album.
It's illegal here. I'll tell you why now, Tim, actually.
Is it this album? Is it this one?
DMT is illegal in the UK because it is classified as a Class A drug under the Misuse of Drugs Act of 1921. And it's due to potent psychedelic effects and high potential for abuse, placing it among the most restricted substances alongside drugs like heroin and cocaine. So it's non-hallucinogenic, which is why it's tightly controlled, and it's listed under Schedule 1. But if you have possession of it here in the UK, supply or production of it can lead to life imprisonment, but possession of it can lead up to 7 years in prison.
I think I just found it.
There you go. When they spray the chemtrails, it gives me brain fog. Literally.
There.
There you go, everyone.
I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah, you're drinking fluoride and you're breathing in smoke pollution.
When they spray the chemtrails, it gives me brain fog. I don't remember what my name was.
This is that there.
It is crazy though to think about though. If we could have access to DMT, who'd want to take it?
Me.
Yeah, I would honestly. I'm not having no touch drugs, but I just want to take it just to see what it would have shown me. I mean, it's crazy when you think about it as well, though, because it's like, yeah, it was legal for a time and then it got stopped.
Hugo mentions it again in a different song. There's fluoride in your water.
Yeah. True.
Repeat it again there.
Literally. Because I think Americans have started waking up to the fluoride shit.
Yeah. Same as before he became an asshole, Donald Trump was supposed to have sat down with, I can't think of his name, Keir Starmer, and he said something along the lines of, they need to stop the chemtrails, like with the aeroplanes.
Yeah. So I literally talk about it on my chemtrail video, if I remember. Is it like not Donald Trump, but about some more stuff about chemtrails. It was weird.
Yeah, let's not leak my Facebook. Thank you very much. But yeah, good artist to listen to. Like,
Yeah,
if you do put past the constant swearing and
vulgar shit.
oh yes, oh yes, it can be quite vile.
Again, the truth seekers normally are, as we've been told. Yeah, it's like no,
Magic mushrooms is the closest you're gonna get.
yeah. Magic mushrooms, sadly, unless you, like I said, unless you can get in with a tribe when you're traveling. Well, in the Amazon, they will do it, let you do it, but
Magic mushrooms, you can't. You can go on the mountain. If you go on the mountain where sheeps are.
no, I mean for ayahuasca.
Oh, for ayahuasca, yeah.
For magic mushrooms, you can go yeah.
Anywhere where sheep have been, because they grow in sheep's poop.
Which is crazy in itself, that, isn't it?
Yep.
It grows in sheep stuff. Sheep
And
shit,
sheep's
basically.
dung. I fancy listening to some Mr. Traumatic now, actually.
But yeah,
I was going to say, I'll keep a listener for that song, and as soon as I find it, I'll link it to you.
yeah, please do, bro. Yeah. Anyone got any other questions in the chat?
It's not chemistry, is it?
Yeah, feel free if you got any other questions, anyone. It's like a crazy thing to ring about, though. How much more have they hid from us over the years? It is fascinating, Jen. That's why I like to. I like to open people's minds up. If you're really willing to have your mind opened, just like I said, I'll show you things. I promise you that you might not like some of it, but it's true. I'm not rude. It could be a domino effect because you could talk to someone and then say, "Oh, I was watching Tell Me like last night," and then you're like, "Oh, that sounds interesting." And you can link them, and then it could be a domino effect like that, or you got anything to ask Tim? I'm asking Tim if he's got any other questions to ask. Yeah, make sure you're subbed and like the video, everyone, and turn that notification bell on.
It's not that. Sipping on a cracker.
Yeah. It's fascinating. Hello, everyone who's just tuning in or coming back or returning. Yeah, it's a mad thing, though, to think about.
Oh, yes.
So we were especially the Dulce Base stuff and the close proximity to Roswell. Well, there's Roswell down south and Ondo, and then there's obviously Denver International, Cheyenne Mountain. All weird. And then the DMT stuff and the ayahuasca. You know, if that don't give you a mind blown moment. Yeah, I think I've given Tim more than a mind blown moment. I think I've knocked him out from all the blooming pressure on the place.
He's Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. So has anyone got any questions in the chat? Can be about anything.
I'm going to go mute and go to the toilet a minute.
Yeah, that's fine. That's funny, Tim. Yeah. If you want a toilet. But yeah. Feel free though, if you've got any questions, like I said, ask them. It has been a good night. I think a lot of people should have their minds open and like I said, share this to anyone you think will be interested because this is one of them that I think they need to watch. I know I will be watching all my previous content, hopefully, Jen and Tim at some point when you feel like you need to. But that is a good question. And you want to know the answer, Tim? It started, the theory of chemtrail started in the mid to late 1990s because of a 1996 Air Force research paper titled Weather as a Force Multiplier, Owning the Weather in 2025.
Right, I just had a listen to that. What's it called? Stratospheric aerosol injection.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the lyrics.
All right, bro. I have another one. Has there been a proven natural alternative to toothpaste? If so, where would we buy it? I'll show you in something. Apparently, this is a natural alternative, but I don't know how true it is. So just take this with a pinch of salt, everyone. But you can feel free to get it. hydro exo potato toothpaste, right? This toothpaste will absorb minerals and repair the enamel from the outside in. It seals exposed dentin tubules, blocking all cold sensations, and it's safer for children than fluoride if swallowed. And also smooths the enamel surface, making it harder for stains and plaque to adhere to. Yep. Look.
Oh, I'm missing lyrics.
Yeah, this is apparently the one that's better than fluoride. Look. And the underground bases one is gonna be. Why would they build them? Well, when you got power, when you got money, and you don't know what to do, and you want to keep stuff secret, what you're going to do it? You're not going to do it above ground, like Area 51, because you know eventually that's going to get taken over. If you do it underground, no one's going to know exactly where to go, are they? Say you're going to go into Area 51 with like 1 million people.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to get overrun easy because everyone will be like, that's above ground, that's an easy target. If it's underground, if it's an underground base, not many people know where underground bases are located. Because not a lot of people will be like, oh, is there one in New York? Is there one in Chicago? You know what I mean? Or is there one in Nevada? So make it harder.
Yeah.
And if you heard that woman yesterday, Tim, when I put it on the live yesterday, over 120 bases are in America, the United States. And that's above, and that's the ones that they know about, even under like the ocean and shit.
Do you know what? I've been gasping for a drink. I didn't realize I've got a monster in my fridge. 2 seconds, bro.
That's fine, Bob. Yeah, that's a reason, Tim. It's easier to find something above ground than it is underground. And plus, underground, they can hide a lot more shit.
I can't find the lyrics to that chemtrail one.
That's fine. You'll probably find it when you least expect it. But yeah, that's probably why, Tim.
I've just finished on this.
So what do you think? So yeah. No, that's my theory anyway. Might be wrong, might be right, might be something completely oblivious, like I'm not even thinking about. Could be something as easy as, I don't know, they want to have affairs at underground because it's easier to cover up. Could be something like that. You know, it could be anything, you know. But yeah. Feel free though. As I said. So I'm gonna be going on TikTok now. I'm just gonna go down and get a drink. But yeah, I'm gonna go back on TikTok. I'm going to this live here. But yeah, feel free to like, subscribe, share out to anyone who you think you find it interesting. If you've got any other questions that you can think of, let put them at the end of in the comments. Feel free to go back and watch all my other previous stuff because there might be something in there that you might get the answer to for this one, or vice versa. There might be something that I didn't answer in that one, but I've answered in this one. But yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight and taking part. And yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's alright, Paul. Right, but yeah,
baby, I know.
Take care everyone and a good night. Bye
Take
everyone.
care, brother.